We've got front row seats on the bus again today as we head out from Cordoba to the Entre Rios area. It's 6 hours to Parana, where we're stopping tonight. And the scenery hasn't really varied very much at all the whole journey so far. Very flat and lots of arable crops. The Entre Rios area is so called because it sits between two rivers. This is the first one, the Parana River. On the eastern side of the province is the Uruguay River, which funnily enough borders Uruguay. We're just coming into Parana now. It sits on a big bend of the river. We've checked into our hotel and we've come out on the hunt for some lunch. We're a bit late and all the restaurants seem to shut at 3:30 and not open again until about 8 o'clock. We're starving. Actually, most of the shops seem to have shut as well. Could be because it's a Monday. Monday seems to be the quiet time here. Anyway, we found the main square with the cathedral on the other side. This cafe looks open. This will do very well.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So hungry.
We've just taken the scenic route back to the hotel, getting a nice view of the river. It has its headwaters in the Amazon, but it's already quite wide here, and I guess it just gets wider as it wends its way down to Buenos Aires. We've just come for a walk along the river this morning, and I guess this beachy area would be absolutely full of holidaymakers in the summer. It's really popular for people coming for a long weekend from Buenos Aires. It's noticeably warmer here too. It's about 24 degrees at the moment, and the trees are coming into blossom. It feels quite spring-like. This area is where the old port used to be. They bring grain from the north of the country by train down here and load it onto ships heading to Buenos Aires on the Atlantic. Stopping for a spot of lunch at this nice little cafe. Ben's gone for a particularly healthy looking lunch. We're continuing our journey south today, heading to the next big city of Rosario. It's another 4 hours or so further south. Rosario is Argentina's third biggest city after Buenos Aires and Cordoba. And this whole area is a popular getaway for people from Buenos Aires at the weekends. So I'm going to have a little explore. I'm just coming up to one of the main squares with a big government building here on our left. This is called Plaza San Martin. It's thirsty work, all this travelling.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We've bagged quite a nice little spot next to the square here. We've got 2 nights here as well, so this morning we thought we'd come out and explore a bit further afield. We're actually just walking down towards the river, because this city is also on the banks of the Parana River. You can follow the river for a good couple of miles, which we intend to do, in part following the route of the old railway lines. You can see this would have been an old station up here ahead. Maradona is still by far the nation's biggest hero. Mural says legends are eternal. There's a big container ship, a tanker out there. The riverbank does feel quite industrial. After Maradona, the next big thing is the Falklands. This playground is modelled after the Belgrano, the ship that the British sunk in the Falklands War. What a great spot for a little sit down. Such a nice sunny day as well. Wow, this is a really impressive French-inspired building from the 1920s. It's now a shopping mall. It's pretty beautiful on the inside as well. Well, we've walked absolutely miles around the city today. We've seen loads. We're heading back to the hotel now. There are some really impressive buildings in the city. I think it's probably one of those cities that's nicer to live in than to visit as a tourist. There's certainly lots of nice looking bars and restaurants, and I think we'll be heading out to one later on tonight.
Just sitting here waiting for our bus.
So it's another 4 hours or so on the bus heading south again today to a small town called San Antonio de Areco. We're still travelling through this flat, fertile farmland, which just seems endless. The town's supposed to be fairly typical of places in this area. People often come here for a day trip from Buenos Aires. We've just walked up to the central plaza here. It's nice to see that there's little bars all the way around. Quite fancy a little sundowner.
Cheers. Great spot this is.
We have a bit of time before we have to go and catch our bus this morning. So we thought we'd have a little walk through this park and along the river. Such a small town, we really walked around most of it yesterday afternoon. It is quite a pretty little spot though, I can see why people come here for the weekend. Time to finally hit Buenos Aires, and it's only a couple of hours on the bus, which is good.
So we're in Buenos Aires.
We've arrived.
This is the neighbourhood of San Telmo, where we'll be staying for the next couple of weeks. We're just going to have a bit of a wander today, see what we see. We're actually going to be spending over a month in Buenos Aires, so I'm just going to give you a very potted highlights today. But first for a bit of breakfast, because we haven't been out shopping yet.
We come for got a typical Argentine or Buenos Aires breakfast, and you've got
A similar croissant with ham and cheese.
Yeah.
We've come to Plaza del Mayo, which is one of the main plazas in the city. And this big impressive building is called Casa Rosado, or the Pink House, hosting government officials. And this is the Central Bank of Argentina. Obviously the whole city is on the waterfront, and this is just one little fairly central section of it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're back in our neighbourhood now, and this is the little square just near our Airbnb. We're doing a walking tour this morning, and the meeting point is here outside the National Congress. Another pretty impressive building. Our guide has brought us to see this statue of the thinker by Rodin. It is a copy of the original. It is by Rodin himself. This building is also a work of art designed by an Italian architect and completed in 1923. It has 22 floors, the tallest building in the world at the time. It was designed along the lines of Dante's Divine Comedy. bottom floors representing hell. Then you go up to purgatory and the top is heaven. We've come down to the south side of the city today. It's an area known as La Boca, or the mouth of the river. The Matanza River flows out to the sea. You can see everything is yellow and blue here, which are the colours of Boca Juniors, one of the two big football clubs in Buenos Aires, the other being River Plate. Boca Juniors is the one that Maradona played for when he was young. This was always the poor neighbourhood of Buenos Aires. It was where the immigrants settled at the end of the 1800s, when Buenos Aires trebled in size due to immigration. Because the immigrants were pretty poor, they lived in these tenements and painted their houses with the leftover paint from the shipyards. Bright colours these days are thanks to a local artist, Benito Martin, who got people to paint the houses in this way. It's also made it a big tourist attraction. The first wave of immigrants were mainly from Italy. They've had a lasting mark on the city. People still use some Italian words instead of Spanish words here. Of course, barbecues are a big thing here. I just fancy a little cerveza. Well, before I sit down, I just have to take a little peek at the tango. This is really for the tourists. Hey ho. Still interesting. Back right in the heart of the city now. This is the main shopping thoroughfare. I don't know if you can hear the people saying cambio. The money changers. They're everywhere. Of course, Argentina is well known for having a crazy currency, sky-high inflation, and no one trusts the banks. So if they earn more than they need in a month, they'll change it to dollars using these street vendors. Meanwhile, we can only take out around $30 at a time at a cash point, and that'll cost us about $10. So we have to use Western Union instead. It's crazy. Back in the San Telmo neighbourhood, there's a big street market on today. And a bit of tango dancing in the square. So the last thing I'm going to show you on this whistle-stop tour of Buenos Aires is the San Telmo market, which is just round the corner from the square we were watching tango dancing in. And our Airbnb, and it is the place to be on a Sunday. Yes, it does sell fruit and veg and groceries and bric-a-brac. People really come here for the restaurants, especially at the weekend. And we are no exception. We're also going to try some food here.
Any good?
Really good.
Mine is absolutely delicious. Cheese is just so tasty.